What's up, family? It's your brother Tank, and I'm back with another video. Okay, family. Today I want to talk about I want to talk more about distractions, about how this government continues to distract and wants to have you looking to the left when they're making moves on the right. So today I want to talk about the feeble-minded attempt to make people believe that aliens exist. I say about 2 or 3 months ago, some type of talk came up about there are black extraterrestrials, and first of all, the interview of the man saying that there were black-looking extraterrestrials coming to Earth. This interview was done like 9 years ago, right? But recently, it was an asteroid currently coming towards Earth, and they said the flight path looks a little, I don't know, chosen. The flight path looks choreographed. It doesn't seem like it's a normal asteroid hurtling through the cosmos. Instead, it seems as if it's being engineered in a way to directly come towards us. And, first of all, we don't know if any of this is true. We don't got no motherfucking personal. I don't got no telescope. How could I know that, right? But you see, this is another. They understand that this government understands that different people are not all going to be distracted by the same thing. Not everybody's going to care about the young thug and that whole situation. So the government understands that it's going to be different distractions that are going to be needed. Some people care about the relationship stuff, the Real Housewife stuff. Some people care about the gangster stuff, the young thug stuff. Some people care about the etheric, cosmic, fucking alien mumbo jumbo. But it's all a part of the distraction. When they say, oh, there are black extraterrestrials headed this way. That's just, first of all, that's just an excuse to give an open season on blacks, right? That's just an excuse to give an open season on black people. And second of all, that's just playing into what a lot of black people have, what the conscious community has morphed into. The conscious community used to be a community of black intellectuals and black thought leaders and real deal revolutionaries really making progress for the black race. That if we continued that progress, that really got cut off during the gangster era of hip hop, if we would have continued that progress, we would be in a better place now. Now, I just want to say shout out to all the ancestors that have given up their life to make my life better for me today. We have made a lot of progress, but we could have made more, and we can still make more. But that's besides the point. The whole understanding that, these extraterrestrials are going to come down and save your black ass, or the anunnaki. All of these things are just part of the distraction and part of the myth and part of trying to get us from not thinking right, get us from really thinking and achieving our goals, as a community. Our goals as a community. What are our goals as a community? Our goals as a community is to continue to grow our population, grow family wealth, things like this. Just simple things, but these simple things are very detrimental to the dominant society, you know, that's not going to make them dominant anymore if we continue to not be distracted and continue to focus on having a family and continue to focus on loving our counterparts, our sisters and our brothers, loving each other, you know. But, you know, the whole thing with the Anunnaki and the blacks look like Anunnaki, a lot of these teachings and a lot of these things came from a woman called Madame Blavatsky. Madame Blavatsky is very influential, extremely influential when it comes to this generation. And the scariest part is that this generation does not know who Madame Blavatsky is. They don't know nothing about Madame Blavatsky. They don't know nothing about this woman. But this lady is so influential into the way these so-called spiritual people teach. If you say anything about some 7 root races that came from Madame Blavatsky, anything about if you do anything with a crystal ball, any of that mystical, magical stuff, it was brought to the West by way of Madame Blavatsky. You know, she studied these mystical teachings in India and in Africa and in China and you know, the South